Hello and welcome back. Hope you're well. So, something a little bit different today to what I would normally be doing on my channel. My number one son has brought his Fiesta, I think it's Mark 8 Fiesta, over to me. He brought it over actually a week or so ago because one of the rear lights isn't working. Not the brake light, but the standard light. So we took the rear light cluster out, and I'll show you how to do that in a minute. To establish that it wasn't, because we thought it was the bulb, but actually not. It was actually the bulb holder. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. Is I'm going to be changing over the bulb holder. And so first and foremost, need to get the light cluster out. Just thought I'd show you first. So as you can see, the passenger side or near side, if you're of an age, is working well, but nothing on this side. Brake light still works. So yeah, first and foremost, need to get that light cluster off the car. Okay, so the first thing to do, hopefully you can see this, inside the rear boot, there's a little flap just here which you can push down, and inside there, just about see that there. Not the best, I don't think, but there's a little, oops, there's a little, there, little retaining, it's almost like a plastic screw if you will. So first and foremost, need to get a screwdriver to undo that to release the light cluster. Okay, so that's the little retaining screw, bolt, whatever you want to call it. You can use I used a flathead screwdriver, you can use a socket, I guess, to pull out. So I just goes up there. I actually ended up pulling this out of the way because, be careful, it'll fall down there, which is what happened, which is why I then pulled this back. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is there's actually around about here, and the whole thing it is because the neighbour just decided that she wants to clean the car. That's the first time this decade, and she chose now to do it. Brilliant, well there you go, hopefully you can still hear me. There's actually I'll show you when I take it off, there's a retaining clip around about here. So what we're going to do is just protect that with a trim tool. Should be able to just pull that out. There you go. That'll be quite easy, but the last time it was quite difficult because it'd been there for some time. So that's the piece to get that released, and then we should be able to take the rear light fitting out completely. There we go. And all you have then is retaining clip there for the light cluster. So there we go. Okay, so light cluster off in the garage, as you can see. So that is the retaining clip that we just pulled out from the side. So basically all you have is you push it in, that goes in there. Then when it's back in place, you have this, which I think is a really, well, single unit, I guess, single item but then you put that in, and that you can either use a socket on it, a screwdriver, or do it by hand. As you can see, that's what retains the cluster in place when you're done. So we thought it was just a bulb, so we came in, took out the light cluster, and then we took out the bulb holders. Easier said than done, he says. There's one indicator, and two, which is the brake and light. However, because it was the brake light, not the brake light as such, but the side light, for want of a better word, we thought it was just the bulb. But oh no, because when we took this out, it's still there or not? Yep. There's a little one of the clips in there retaining. You can see them inside there. One of them was actually broken and actually fell out. So we thought, well, we tried in vain to fix, couldn't, so we opted to replace. Now this may well be a common thing on these cars because readily available off eBay, $10.98 is what we paid, so around about £10. So nothing major. We just replaced the whole piece, which I thought was as long as it works, was actually okay. So I'm just going to, as I say, get that in place and get that in place, and then we can go from. Okay, so there you can see old one there removed, a new one ready to go in. So fairly simple and straightforward. As you can see, it's like for like. Retaining clip just goes in there like so. Brake light there like so. Indicator I remember this being awkward last time for some reason. Yeah, okay. So a little closer look at that. Yeah, so I just had it in the wrong. So you need to get it, make sure that it's in the right place. That's all for when it goes in. There you go. Jobs are done. There we go. So all that remains is for me to get that back on the car. So as you can imagine, refitting is exactly the opposite of removal. So put the electrical connector back in place, that clip, there we go, and then just feed that in so you can see. There we go, and then we just need to put the retaining screw. Then all I need to do is put that back in place inside, and away we go. So let's just check that they actually work, shall we? Before we declare victory. Side lights on. Hey! Brake light working. Indicator working. I think we can class it as a success. So as you can see, we're all back in, all secure. I ended up pulling this trim back to give it a little bit more access, and I actually ended up doing it up by hand. You can do it, but you do need to make sure that you push it in, because there is a spring on it, as you could see from the earlier images. As I say, you can do it by screw, flathead screw, whatever size socket would be, but once you've got this trim out of the way, it's fairly easy to put in place with your hands. So that should, in theory, be it. So as I say, just a very quick one there, because you may think it's just a bulb that's gone, and when in fact it is more the electrical connectors that need replacing. Nice and cheap off eBay, £10–11, whatever they were, and not a big job. You only need a trim tool, a screwdriver, and that's about it really. So hope that was of help and of use to everybody, and so until the next time guys, take care.